Hey, welcome back. MTG Joe here. Today, thanks to Wizards of the Coast, we have early access to Edge of Eternities, the newest standard set that's coming out next week. Pre-release is this weekend on Arena, the 29th of July. So this is going to be post-rotation. So some of the older sets, Dominaria, Brotherhood's War, all like the Atraxa set, Phyrexia 1, those are all rotated, so no more Shelly, stuff like that. So it's basically from Wilds of Eldraine onwards, and then we get the new set at Edge of Eternities. So we're going to be playing, they did it a little differently this time. While we're going to be playing best of one, there's kind of like the events. So we'll do this run through the event, 7 wins or 3 losses, whatever we hit first. We're going to try out this deck, see how it plays out. I do have a sideboard here. We did this as kind of a full deck. So its main board is mono green Stompy. You'll notice blue lands in here. That's because sideboard, we have access to things like Disdainful Stroke, Spell Pierce, just as ways to interact with like sweeper-based decks. And we'll go over the card selection, stuff like that, things we want to try out. So new cards. We have Edge Rover, 1 mana, 2/2, artifact, creature, reach, and then when it dies, each player creates a lander token. New token that is being created, similar to like a blood token, clue token. It's a thematic artifact token for the set. So each player gets basically an artifact that they can pay 2 mana, search for a basic land, put it into the battlefield tap. So late game is a mana sink. You do let your opponent potentially ramp, but it comes with a cost. We have Melt Strider's Resolve. It's basically a fight effect that is an enchantment that gives perpetual or like keeps the toughness on there of +2 toughness, and it can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. So gives us some bonus. I want to try out how this fight spell works out compared to some of the others fight spells. And then we have access to Frenzied Baloth. So this one here, 2 mana, 3/2, kind of mini questing beast at home. Can't be countered, trample, haste, creature spells can't be countered, and then combat damage can't be prevented. So a lot of nice keywords there. The rest of the deck, we'll kind of go over it. Llanowar Elf, because we're mono green, helps us ramp. Paw Patch Recruit, multiple bodies, kind of nice against the more removal spell-based decks, put counters on things. 3 Herd Heirlooms to draw us cards, and then also kind of ramp us up. I tried, in the initial build, I had the Disguise 2-drop that's power toughness equal to number force you have, but because we're playing non-force in terms of some of our dual lands, I didn't think it was as good. I want to try the Sharp-Eyed Rookie instead. It can grow to 4 toughness, which is relevant for Herd Heirloom. It can give us clues for card advantage, and offense-defense with Vigilance can be relevant. And then we have the Trailblazer package, draws us cards, along with Suruk when things target. So I wanted to try to find ways to kind of not just hear creatures, oh, you sweep me, I lose. Try to have some sustained ability in terms of keeping the flow going. We also have Spinner of Souls. When creatures die, we get to reveal until you put a creature into our hand. So some more card advantage there. 4-drop slot has a lot of options. I want to try out Null, Axebane Ferox, 4/4, Death Touch Haste Ward. They have to collect evidence 4, so it could be hard to kill. Pushes in some damage. There's also like the Baller Strayed Worm or whatever it is from Wild of Eldraines. There's some stuff like that. So again, the blue lands are to accommodate the sideboard stuff, but also some copies of Restless Vinestock as a proactive land in terms of dealing some combat damage. So we're going to try this out, see how it goes. This is a test, and with this, we're not going to be making changes kind of in between. It's as we kind of go along. So we will play some games. So Edge of Eternities, best of one, and like I said, it is the event. They're doing it different. So this is on the live server. So this is with my actual account. Unfortunately, I don't get to keep any of these cards, and I don't get like 10 zillion gold and stuff. But let's do some post-rotation. Mono green, see how this plays out. With this set, we're getting both a change in terms of some of the metagame. Things like Cut Down are gone, Go for the Throat are gone, Sunfall. So we do have some cards rotating out and seeing where things kind of come from there. So let's give this a go. So hand looks nice. We can go Paw Patch on 2 kicked. This might be a mirror. So depending what they do they have the fight here? They do. So a little annoying. think we're just going to do this into this. Because then next turn I can either ramp out the Axebane, or I can Sharp-Eyed and then try to draw a card. They do get the trample there. Axebane's still bigger than... So I think I'm going to block here. Reason being, this can't attack through. But since we drew the second one there, we're going to go Sharp Eye here. We'll just attack in here. So their chapter 4 lets them draw a card if they have a creature 4 or greater. So they do have the Soul Stone that they can animate, start attacking in, but we can get this to 4 toughness. So we'll hold off here. They're likely just going to animate Soul Stone. Oh, guess not. We'll go green here. And then, since this has Vigilance, probably want to just do this. Since we can go offense, defense here. So they can get a land here, but we have kind of the card draw engine going. Because if we did the fight here, we don't get to keep like the offense and defense, which I think can be relevant. I can start drawing cards next turn too. Notably no trample on this one, but I think it's fine. We also have these clues that can draw us cards. So they're kind of flooding, but this is what I wanted to see, where we can, in these kind of attrition games, where we're trading off resources, how do we kind of get ahead? So they can hit another land off their lander if they want. So we'll attack whatever they don't go for. So we get trample here. We get another lander. Since that has the haste anyways, I think let's just draw a card here in case I hit another 1-drop. Perfect. So this is what's like nice with Sharp Eye. They couldn't really attack in. We hold them down. The landers are a reasonable mana sink, but like we could draw a card here. We can ramp 3 times and kind of go to town that way. So they're going to do this so that they can draw a card, but this would have to attack, so then they don't get that bonus anyways. Boom. Got him on the board. Good start there. That was with them interacting with our elf on 1. Had we not, we would have kind of just done that probably a turn cycle earlier. On the board. This is a good test to see like what cards are playable, what aren't. If you're like mana or like wildcard restricted, you can just build this as mono green. We got Breeding Pool, so Simic does get access to Shockland, where some of the other decks don't. They have both the Fast Land and the Shockland, And the creature land is one of the better ones, I would say. It's just that Simic's usually underplayed. I think this hand's fine. Threat, kind of going out. We have the Sharp Eye into hopefully Spinner here. I don't think I want to offer this trade yet until we get Spinner out. It's just not really worth us doing it at this point. Okay, so Simic cookies, Simic artifacts. So I think now I'm fine to do it because the paw patch should basically replace itself here. So we get Frenzied Baloth. I can go double spell next turn. Sentinel is a bit annoying, just being at a 3/4. I was hoping for a land. So here I think we're just going to spam the board. If they want to attack in with Sentinel, it's going to cost them, but I want to get this Baloth out. I might end up just drawing a card, because the thing is Baloth would then allow this to be an attacker. We do have to be mindful this can also animate into 4 toughness now. Okay, Trailblazer. We can plot the Trailblazer. Do it for next turn. So I think we just do the plot here, say go. We just don't have good attacks this turn. Because I think the tough cookie is until end of turn, so we're still using our mana. Next turn I can do this into the Ferox and then draw a card, hopefully find a land. Or our fight spell. This makes Sharp Eye get bigger. Perfect. So we hit land. I think here I'm going to attack with both of these. If they want to trade one of their items, I basically get like a creature back. So that's fine there. We're going to have to kind of gum up the board a bit. We'll just go Llanowar here, gives us access to more mana. Get rid of that. So I think here, let's put the counters on Frenzied here. Just because it'd be big enough to attack through. So we have to be mindful. They have this Restless in their mana base. They can trade off here, but I think we're fine doing this. We just want to try to dig for more creatures. Because once we get a 4 power, it kind of chains us into more drops like this. So we do this. This makes the green mana, draws us a card. think we do this, and then with the beanstalk here. I think we just put out another one of these, and then just start attacking in. So this will becomes a 5/5 with trample, and then attacks up to another target creature with base power and toughness 3/3. Okay, so they are a Gearhulk deck. So they probably play full set of Simic here. We'll see what else they have. Good top deck from them. Phoenix down as well, so this can rebuy the Bright Glass. So they can go Dusk Rose here onto something. So this being a first striker is quite annoying, because I have to get power high enough here. But Phoenix down can then bring it back again. So let's start by drawing 2. I need a fight spell. I think we just do this, Sego. This is going to be kind of a just, once we find a fight spell, it could work. We have the Melt Strider's Resolve that can do some damage, hopefully. This is a game where like your sideboard would come in handy, just having access to kind of the historical like Haywire Might style effects. We would have ways to blow up artifacts, enchantments. Perfect. So this is a fight. So I understand that they get the Gearhulk back. But maybe what we do instead is we fight here. Just so they don't get tokens. They can Phoenix down it back, but I don't think we care about that. And then just try to set up like an alpha attack next turn. If we can draw another fight effect, just fight the Gearhulk. I basically want them to use this on that. Because the Gearhulk is basically 2 card draw effects, and they're kind of in top deck mode. Another tough cookie, so we do have to be mindful. They have a way to animate here. It's another good draw. We're both like, for non-blue decks, doing a pretty solid job of just churning through our deck. Again, was hoping that they didn't have that. Okay, Sharp Eye should get us some card draw at least. So base power. I think we'll take a turn to pass. I just don't want to give them the Phoenix down this turn. They don't have great attacks right now. Non-creature. The question is, do I offer to try to get some card draw going? Like, if I can get any kind of creature out, it starts working. I think we pass the turn here. we're both kind of in top deck. We both have engines. Like any creature that's 4 toughness, I have 2 Surex, an Axebane, 2 Spinners, another 2 Outcasters. These all get us going. We have the Herd Heirlooms, give us some card advantage. Rova. Think we just pass. There's a consideration to kind of do that attack. Okay, I don't really care about Ghost Vacuum. Doesn't do much. I'll throw this Edge Rover. Mind you, Edge Rover basically represents another fruit token for... There we go. Now we're talking. Now we just kind of chain off. I'm going to draw a card here, see what we hit. Simic is great. So we are popping off. Heirloom's nice. I can push through some trample damage. They can animate this. So they're kind of flooding now. So we have Keen Eye. They have access to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. They have 10, so they can do 3 animations there. So I think here... attack like this. Don't particularly want to give him the landers, but it could be right. Just try to push through damage here. So they clicked the wrong one there. Don't think that's what they intended to do. So they'll be able to get some landers here. So will we... just try to trade favorably as much as possible. They can like soak up some, but we have 9, 13 coming through. And then we refill our board while answering most of theirs. So here... let's give trample here. We also have to be mindful, like, we can just draw ourselves out of the entire deck. Cool. Got it. I wasn't going to do the math there. All right. Promising. Promising. 2 on the board. We'll do this to see how long it goes, like 45 minutes, whatever hits first, the run, or 45 minutes. 2 wins on the docket. Between Spider and Outcaster, we just kind of 2-3 cards a turn, trading things off aggressively, which was nice. This is a keep. So the only downside is this stupid Verge is blue by default. But every other land in our deck taps for green. Okay, so a new cut down adjacent card we'll take a look at in a second. So Tragic Trajectory gets -2/2 until end of turn, or if something left the battlefield or void, it's -10/10. So here, do this. I think I might, because they're going to be incentivized to kill this already. So we'll just do that. And then we'll get Trailblazer going next turn. We also have this Herd Heirloom that can draw us cards. Looks like some sort of mono black. We don't know aggro, mid-range, what it might be. Breacher. Turns out I still can't beat Preacher. Guess we can trade Trailblazer here. One card stonewalls our entire deck. So one thing to be mindful of, you can only use this mana for creatures. I think that's fine. They're going to do this, so this goes back to hand. See Cecil, so Cecil can trade, but I think we're okay. I guess that was a free block for them, which is kind of dumb. That was dumb. I shouldn't have attacked with those. Because now that flips. That gets, so this is other attacking creatures get indestructible. We could trade here. That was a concurrence of bad plays from my part. I don't know why in my head I was thinking it was a 3-2. We get blown out if they have removal, but I don't think we're really in a position to play around it at this point. Another Preacher. So it's like mono black aggro. Try to draw a card here, find a fight spell perhaps. Okay, so this card just like solos us, and this is kind of the problem with mono green where you get slightly bigger things. But what would really help this game is obviously like Spinner of Souls and me not making a dumb-headed attack. Just replacing our creatures that we could trade aggressively. I think I have to offer the trade here. Ah, blown out. Blown out. I mean, gotta try. These landers are also triggering Corpse, which is annoying. Draw all those Botanical Sanctums. Alright, they got us. Preacher into Preacher seems bad for us. Good for them. I mean, I think it was right killing Bob when we did. We didn't want him to cascade, but we would need... that's where, like, the fight versus deal damage effects would be quite relevant. Just being able to kind of push through there. We might also want, like we're seeing 4 toughness being relevant in the first couple games. Having Innkeeper's Talent might be relevant. But we'll continue to kind of explore. That's good kind of test for the deck. See, that was our first kind of more removal based matchup. No Accelerant on 1, but Sharp-Eyed into something to evolve it. Would have loved like Llanowar Elf here. Okay, is it artifacts? So probably go Spinner here. So exile artifact from your graveyard, put a 1 encounter on this creature, then it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Torch Tower. All right. Still no artifact in the yard. It's a nice one for affinity. Let's do that. Go Keen-Eyed into Baloth here. Because then I can go Surik, evolve this to 4, and then try to push through some damage. Take the chance to eat this. But we do have to be mindful. This can start chipping at some damage. They can take that. We push 7 through. This is an interesting line. Because they could potentially have removal. This has reach. If they have torch, then I want to be able to get this to 4. So I think I'm going to go with the Paw Patch here. Obviously it doesn't block great into this Rust Harvester. But if they target one of my creatures, then I get the counter from it as well. And then we have the surprise haste from this. Just try to push through those last points of damage. So we have like multiple draws if they kill something. We get counters. This can be activated at instant speed. Interesting line. Just like pseudo evasion with curiosity is kind of nice. The nice thing is there's like no great. Everything needs to be killed. So they can gain 3 life here. So we take them to lethal. Lethal. Okay, cool. Xaxes. I don't think they had a line necessarily if they blocked and did it, because the 3 life probably represented more because I was getting a counter. So 3 wins. I do think we can probably have another interaction spell. Just something to deal with creatures, like some sort of fight effect. I think the 2-mana talent might be the best of the options. That looks good on the play with Elf. But I've been happy with how resilient the deck is. Oh, no. Cancel. Oh, thankfully we got the cancel there. That's not the one I wanted. Dimir. Let's do this. Figure Dimir colors are going to have removal, so go with that. Their sweeper is 6 mana if this is like a mill kind of deck. Or I think our turn. Let's do this. I'm gonna let them respond here. Alright, Blood Pits. If they tap that down, I think, want to keep it so... It's kind of annoying because we've been strapped on lions. Question, I think we still just put more to the board here. So doing this before they get a opportunity to decide like what land to blow up. But my turn's probably plot. Oh, that only works with 4 power. Let's try. My thing is I'm gonna be just doing this anyways. So if I can get some card draw out of it, it could be good. This point, kind of want them to react. Fabloom Trick. Just looks like Dimir mid. We might have Kaido. Fabloom's like a must target. Kaido coming in. So even if they tap down here, it's not great for them. Because I don't think they...
Control the fight, control the outcome.
So that's 7, 9, or 1 off. So I do need to poke some damage into Kaido.
Don't worry.
I forgot to activate Heirloom to draw a card. My mistake. So we're down 1 card, but felt good anyways. So stab over cut down, stab hitting the Trailblazer where cut down wouldn't. You got a bat. But you're also dead. Whatever they block here, I give trample. Bye-bye, friend. All right, sweet. So we went about 45 minutes, which is what I like to keep for these videos. I'll finish the run, see how we go with that. I'll report back in the description, but we're 4-1 with the deck, losing... forget what we lost to. Oh, the mono black deck with just Preachers. But this was promising so far. I've liked pretty much every element of the deck. Like I said, I think we need another fight effect in the main, but otherwise quite happy with it. If we do see an increase in the amount of artifacts enchantments, we can also look for like a Canker Bloom style effect, something that just like blows up artifacts, enchantments, we can play that in the main board as well as another consideration. It's really kind of meta dependent on those flex spots. But let me know what you think, and if there's any cards you'd like to see for the new set. Thanks for watching.